Hey people, what's going on? Joy here with you. I'll be doing a fragrance review on the house of Lacoste. So Lacoste is a house. It's not very much in your top want list these days. It's not a brand. Actually, you go to the mall and then look for the first as a first priority. Most of you looking for Versace, Paco Rabanne, or maybe Giorgio Armani. I don't know. Or if you're looking for a little higher up, Chanel's and Dior's or Prada or Guerlain. So Lacoste is a house. It's pretty much in the mid tier, like in as much as like no, uh, as far as fragrance game goes. And Lacoste, I do not own so many of Lacoste, but I have three Lacoste fragrances in my collection, and I sniffed quite a few of them. So I am very familiar with the Lacoste house. So far, I haven't found anything that goes me like, wow, it doesn't blow me away. First Lacoste fragrance that I encountered was this. This is the one that I think is the best from this house, Lacoste Pour Homme. So there's a Lacoste Pour Femme that is also as good as this, but that's a little bit more feminine. I used it. Very beautiful fragrance. So this and that Femme, both are great. So this I think is the top seller from this house. And I also have also another popular one. This is Lacoste Essential. This is pretty much like a grassy green, sort of like Carolina Herrera 212 Men, if you know that theme. So it has a clean vetiver sort of a fragrance. It has freshness. It's very aromatic scent. It's like a grassy Wimbledon tennis sort of feel. And also it got a flanker of this is Lacoste Essential Sport Blue Juice. Both of them are equally very nice, but they're not groundbreaking. They're nice, they're nice fragrances. So another nice fragrance in the house is Lacoste Style and Play. So this is a fragrance I want to talk about. I have plenty of memories with this, and I'll tell you in a bit. So Lacoste fragrance, how much this cost? I think this one, if you're looking to pay retail, you're gonna end up paying $75 to $80. Do not do that. Bigger bottles like this, 125 ml, you can find it from $46 to $50. You can get it for cheaper if you have online discounters. Maybe you can get it for $35. I don't know, but I paid for this $45, $46 give or take for the big bottle. Smaller bottles, I think they come in 75 ml. You can pretty much find them in 35 to I think 30 to $35. So that's pretty much your budget range you're looking at. So people who are actually in the market searching for something casual, you're not a collector, you're not a very niche like a lover, or you are not a very mature nose that you only appreciate certain notes and you're very critical of fragrances, and this fragrance may be something that you're looking at. Okay, maybe you can look at it. Could be a good option, sort of like hidden gem, still can be found. I don't know if it's discontinued. So these are the good times of Lacoste. Right now, Lacoste fragrances, if you see, they do not reveal their perfumer's name. This one, it's one of the greatest nose, Annick Menardo, who made this fragrance, who also responsible for Bulgari Black, Hugo Boss Bottled, and I believe Body Curos. A lot of awesome fragrances, both niche and designer. She is a very, very renowned nose. So she did this fragrance. Obviously, it has to have something special about it, and there is. So my first encounter with this fragrance was my sister gifted it to me like back in 2007 or 8, and I used it in as a birthday gift. She gifted to me, and I used it for about 2 years, and I used it every now and then. Back then, I didn't know much about fragrances. I didn't care for the notes or weather and whatever. This is a fresh, hot weather summer fragrance, sort of like a woody floral musk kind of a fragrance. So just for the memory's sake, sometimes you want to get back something so it reminds you of your college days, university days, right? So this was my university days. So that's pretty much my story. And now at 2018, I got it back. So here's the presentation. It goes with like red and then silver shades. All right. Nothing much to the box. It's very generic box, 125 ml EDT. These are made in UK. One cool feature with these are the cut here. There's a nice cut here. There's a gaiter. You can open it like this. So it's very easy to open the box compared to many other boxes that you have to really dig your nail and then try to really struggle to take out. So pretty nice. It has some information detailing in there. It says Lacoste, www.lacoste.com. Pretty nice. And I like the box actually. It's pretty neat. And here is your batch code and sticker, whatnot at the bottom. So that's a generic box. The bottle is really nice. I really like this bottle. It's not huge. It's kind of like a shaped in like a size of bulb, like light bulbs, and it has pretty cool features. First of all, it has the red at the bottom. It gives you the feel that the whole bottle is kind of red. Because of this base, the bottle gets kind of shades of red. So that's why it's called Silent Play. Also, red. Back at the time, this used to be called red, and it has some ridges at the side. as you can hear. It gives you sort of like a nice grip, so it doesn't slip out and drop and break. It has some sort of red on the cap, red line like Night Rider lights. And it has a little bit curve on the cap, pretty nice. And it has a, sort of like a nice, what do you call, uh, cap is pretty much like secure here, so you can pick it up no problem. So here is your sticker. Older batches they used to come with big writings, now they come with small writings. So here when you open it, you see this. If you're scared of fakes, always check for the atomizer, it's red in color. Okay, like that. So I have it on my hand. Let me show you the sprayer. The spray is okay, not terrible but not brilliant also. It's okay, nice sort of burst, good for the, kind of concentration. Is okay. So the notes featured in this are apples, I think, thuja or something like that. I don't know how to say it. Thuja. Anyway, so that's pretty much like a leaf or a tree that gives you medicinal sort of a kick to a fragrance, which Annick Menardo did in Body Curious as well, which features a note of eucalyptus. Okay, I don't know if I have my Body Curious somewhere here. No, I did not bring it here, so it's somewhere far away from me. Okay, so she has that trend of using sort of like medicinal green notes in fragrances, fresh fragrances. So the apple actually is the center stage, but it smells a little bit different than your typical apple scent. What other fragrances feature apple scent? Apple note, I think Versace Eros has that green apple. Also, Hugo Boss bottled one of our other creations, which features that apple note. This one is known as apple pie, sort of a in the fragrance game. Also, things pretty similar to YSL L'Homme. So pretty much, and also I think this fragrance pretty close to it. Hugo Boss, Hugo by Hugo. These fragrances, if you're familiar with that green apple, also DKNY, Be Delicious, the green one for women or men, I don't know. That one features a similar apple note like this. So pretty bright, sort of like a greenish apple opening. So when you spray it first time, you might not like it. The opening is kind of like a strange introduction, because it doesn't feature like a lot of sweet apple. It's kind of like a watery, aquatic green apple. So that gives it like sort of slightly different kick, and you have to really wait for the dry down, because dry down it gets really like your familiar territory. It's sweet, it's nice, it's gonna give you some musk. Okay, it's gonna give you some florals. I think it's gonna give you some patchouli or something like that, and some cedar. Okay, so those combination, it gives it that apple more balanced sort of sweet edge. So it's kind of like nicely supported by those notes, but major player stays that apple. But they should have painted this sort of like a green color, because this feels like a little bit more Granny Smith apple than I think Granny Smith apples are the green ones, right? So anyway, this is a green appley, sort of like a fizzy, if you know the fizzy apple rings. This is like that. So it's pretty good for casual purposes. What I use it for is casual, day-to-day basis, summer. It does last a long time. Performance is pretty good. Projection is okay. It's not huge. It doesn't have a huge scent bubble around you. Like, let's say 7 out of 10. Longevity is like 8 out of 10. The smell of it, compared to what I used to have like back in the time, so I have the memories, so I'll be a little bit biased. But if I do not have that bias in this review, and I judge it based on the other fragrance that I have at this moment, this for the smell is gonna get like 7.5 out of 10, which is not bad. It's not bad, it's not brilliant, it's somewhere there. It's better than average. So as I told you before, if you are not a niche snob, or if you're not a person that goes like, oh, like, this is nothing, this is like so terrible, this is like a malt scent, this is alcohol-y, this one there's no alcohol blast, by the way, but then you say it's a designer, typical designer trash, blah blah. This is not for you. This is for people who are looking for something within $50 budget, want to smell good. Everyday people smell this on you, they're not gonna go like gaga over you, but they're gonna like, yeah, this guy smells nice, casual, fun loving, and if you do enjoy this fragrance, also same family as well, like Ferrari Man in Red and Hugo Red by Red. These fragrances are kind of like the red territory, but they have the differences. This, for example, it has a lot more notes. It's much more sweeter, and it's definitely it's a little bit more spicy. So this actually it's a much better fragrance than Lacoste Style and Play. But saying all that, this fragrance, I think teenagers, schoolgoers, I think this is suiting them perfectly. This is open to any age. Anyone can wear it anytime. Daytime would be great. Summer times would be great. Even I think spring times you can wear it. It's gonna stay nicely with your clothes. And as I told you, like 4 or 5 sprays, it will do great for the whole day's purpose. Versatility, I think it's somewhere like 6 out of 10. In the winter time, I don't think you should wear it. Um, Uniqueness, the opening is kind of unique, so it's sort of like your love it or hate it sort of opening. You might like it, you may not like it, but since I got used to it, I know this fragrance through and through. When I smell it, I can smell the apple, I can smell that musk in the end, and I can smell some sort of a the patchouli. It's not very dark, it doesn't give it so much darkness, but think of like Lolita Lempica, how it's semi fresh, semi dark. It works like that, but it's pretty much a daytime scent. So if you do enjoy DKNY Be Delicious, if you enjoy the Body Shop fresh fragrance, if you enjoy some of the musk, if you enjoy some of those fragrances that I showed you just now, if you did enjoy Hugo Boss Bottled, if you did enjoy YSL Loam, these two are basically better great fragrance than the Lacoste Style and Play. But I would say the same family. So you do get that apple note. But what I really mostly get is that what this fragrance gives me, Hugo by Hugo. This is a little bit bitter, watery, blue and green fragrance. Compared to this is a tad bit sweeter. So it's a bit more playful than this. But the apple note is pretty much in this at the like same proportion. So basically, yeah, if you're looking for something within like office wearing, after sports, shower, day to day, like you're gonna go transport yourself from like point A to B, you have to definitely like if you live in country like Bangladesh, you have to reapply in the middle of the day. But it does last 4 to 5 solid hours on you. People can detect it around you, but it's not supremely aggressive or unique or something like daring fragrance, if I may say so. So overall, this fragrance is a pretty nice fragrance still. It's better than many of your new so-called releases that are redundant, like Sport Flanker, this and that. I think why not go this way? All right. So Lacoste line, they also have those, as I told you before, red, white, yellow, and then there's a black, green, plenty of those in one line. So I think this is as good as those, maybe if not better, because those colorful fragrances do not last as much as this one does. Those pretty much like gone in 3.5 hours. This one will last you like 4 or 5 hours and pushing, right? So longevity wise, no issue. For the price, it's not supremely expensive, but it smells really, really nice. If you're looking for a safe, fresh, daily, kind of like little bit floral, little bit like medicinal up top, something touch bit unique, you can look into this fragrance. It's pretty nice. Women love the smell of it. It's pretty clean as well, right? So that's Lacoste Style in Play. Overall, I'm gonna give this fragrance a solid 7.5 out of 10. It's pretty good fragrance, okay? Definitely, I'm not being biased towards my university memories and stuff. Just overall, even still today, it gets that much in my book. It's not a bad fragrance at all. Check out Lacoste Style in Play, and do let me know if you ever used it. Take care, guys. Have a very nice day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.